Morning guys, welcome to the studio. And yeah, most of you will have seen the title of this video by now. This is the last day in here. Crazy, 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 crazy. It's not the last day in here working. I will be working in here for many years to come, but this is the last Social Saturday studio vlog, so in here. Yeah, don't worry guys, it's not coming to an end and I'm stood up because I have no chair in here right now. If I tilt the camera down, you know, my desk, it's all gone. I am not giving up, so don't be worried. I am relocating back upstairs. Partially relocating back upstairs. Yeah, so I feel quite sad. It's kind of just hit me that I'm not going to be sat here doing a Saturday vlog anymore, although I may do in future, you never know, because this room's staying pretty much as is. There's just a few surface things that are going upstairs. The rest of the room, not all of it, the rest of the room is kind of going to be storage for my stuff because there's no way I can get all of this up there. Yeah. But the plan is that third man's moving in here. How cool is that? For me anyway. Now I'm just going to pause and flip you around. Okay, so this is where I usually have you balanced when I'm filming me, and you can see behind me. But yeah, so as you can see, this room is actually jam-packed. Sorry guys, I'll start that again. The postman. But yeah, as you can see, this room is jam-packed. Quite a considerable amount since my last studio tour. We are all in disarray around here at the moment. But yeah, so that's where I normally have you. That there under them bags is full of paper. That is my projects basket. Each one of them folders has digikits and stuff in, predominantly my own actually. But yeah, and then as we pan around, that's where the sewing machine was. You're all familiar with this space. This is my desk area. And then my supplies and stuff to the side of me. Again, that's where I have ongoing projects. I just pop them in there so they're easy to reach. That's how I film. And then the rest of the room, or the drawers that I recently acquired off my daughter. And then the rest of the room is basically just storage. There is all sorts in all these things, and a lot of it I do not use. Do you know, right now, I can tell you what's in them two, and I can tell you what's in the green ones. I've no idea what's in the rest. I can't remember. That's how bad it is. But yeah, so, and then you'll probably, a lot of you who followed me for a while will remember buying all of these, and some smaller ones to put ephemera and things like that in, and they're all empty. A few of them are full, but the majority of them are still empty. Never got around to using them, never did anything with them. Yeah, them baskets have got stuff in. I do know what's in them. They're all ephemera, ready-made ephemera from projects and things, and I do pull from them, so I do actually use them. Again, this was another one. There's lace and all sorts in there that I never got around to putting away, but the rest of the stuff in there is empty. Couldn't even tell you what's in them two, apart from stuff I can visibly see. No idea. I do know what's in them pink drawers, and I do know what's in them two blue drawers. There is also another set of drawers at the back of here, and I do use those. You know, this stuff at the front, the gesso and everything, I do use, and those drawers, I can't even tell you what's in there. You know, so this is how bad it's got. This basket I do use, actually. Well, I use the front bit, because I've started popping a few projects in there, but the rest of that basket is now full of 12 by 12 cardstock, so technically I don't use it. But yeah, this is how bad it's got. I only work in that corner. Actually, right, let me pull back. I have from there, from the edge of the desk there, right the way across to the wall, where the drawers are, right the way across to the wall. That desk is 6 foot long. The sewing machine and everything is always set up there, like the sewing machine and the drawers with all the bobbins and everything were in there. The little dinky sewing machine was on there as well, so that was always the sewing machine station. This above has got material in, so yeah, that gets used as well. And I do pull from that because my calico's in there. But I work in that. basically from that joint there to here. This is where I work. What you're looking at now. And the rest of it just gets dumped. They're from other projects. I do pull from them drawers, but not as much as I thought I were going to do. Remember not long since I actually did a video where I'd changed them around, and it was like, yeah, this is going to be really great. It's not. I don't use them. They're just full of stuff. So, and this. Remember this when I did this for Vlogmas 2019? Put the light on, you can see. I love it. Absolutely love it. And actually there's a drawer missing because their man's using the stuff in it at the moment. The little, they're like little bulldog clips. These, them. It's got those in it. And he's using them at the moment. I know what's in that. That's got my binding stuff in. That has got cutting blades and my elastic in it. That's got coloured paper clips in. That's got my big paper clips in. Normal paper clips, again, bulldog clips. I know that one's got my mini inks in it. I've no idea what's in them. I sort of do, but I don't know where they are. I know what's in them and I know they're there and I'm like, oh, I've got such a thing, but then I'm having to go, right, they're not in there. Oh, they're not in there. Nope, they're not in there. Oh, that one's empty. Oh, there it is. I wanted twine. I know it's in there, but I don't know where it is. So, although it looks really pretty, and it is useful for that top row, I don't use it. So, I can't see me actually getting rid of that. But I think it does need to be properly repurposed. But yeah. I do use this because that's got my clear tins in and it's got my Tracie labels in it. And I wouldn't get rid of that anyway because this is mirrored, so you're probably going to see me and what have you. Because this was a Christmas present. Just let me take that elastic band off there because it's holding that on. But this is a little trinket box, Christmas present. And it says Nan's Little Treasures. And I got that from grandbaby number 3 for Christmas in 2019. So yeah, that's been used quite a lot actually. I mean, alright, it's like a little jewellery box, but, you know, Nan's Little Trinkets and Treasures. My Tracie labels. Yeah, I've got stuff up there I don't use. I've just recently bought that Inca Gold, so that doesn't count. Excuse me. That's where I've got my tags. I do use those. And there's the ribbon thing that I made up, and I do use it a lot. I don't even use half the stuff in there. Like, literally, I don't. But yeah, so this room is kind of just being used for storage and a little bit of working, and it's becoming a dumping ground. And due to the overwhelming amount of stuff that I have in here, this is the problem. It's overwhelming. I walk in here with a project in mind and I stand and I look and I'm like, I don't know where anything is. And then I'm pulling things out, making a mess, trying to find stuff, it's not there, put it back, getting frustrated because I can't remember what I've done with it. And then I just throw everything in that, invariably in that corner, stamp my feet, have a tantrum and walk out, and then I don't come back in for days. Or I do the same, I come back in and I literally stand here And this is what I do. I just stand there going, nope, I still don't know where anything is, and I really can't be bothered. And I walk back out. As much as I wanted to be down here, and the thought of being down here really thrilled me and excited me last year, I don't like being in here. It's too much. It's my fault. Absolutely my fault, because when you go back through my original room tour videos when I first moved in here, half of this stuff weren't here. I've just bought all that since and piled it up. I don't mind the books don't bother me. I've acquired more books, which is fine. I would quite happily turn all three lots of them shelves, you know, all of them and all of them into a bookshelf. It wouldn't bother me one bit. But it's not functional. It's making me miserable. And I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. So I can't stay in here. Not all the time. It's going to take some doing. My aim for this weekend, obviously it's Saturday now, is to clear the rest of the stuff off. Michelle, them are yours. Clear the rest of the stuff off there. Clear all the rest of the stuff there, them drawers, and actually them drawers are probably going to get emptied and left there for third man to use, because I think you find real good use for them. But yeah, so my aim for this weekend is to completely clear that side and all of that side of the desk, so that he can move in here with his new 3D printer and other stuff. And then, once I've sorted my drawers out upstairs, under the makeshift desk that I've built, my aim is to empty at least that section of drawers. That will be quite easy to empty because there's barely anything in it. That's going to be a bit harder work. That bottom drawer has all my, what I call tools in it. You know, I've just bought a new 12x12 scoreboard. It's got my envelope punch board in there, paint brushes for when I'm tea dyeing. There's all sorts of stuff in there, my crocodile and, you know, both of them, my small one and my big one. I might leave them in there, but move it maybe into this drawer so it's out of the way. But then you can have access to the whole of them drawers as well. Although actually, I've just remembered there's a drawer upstairs that I can use that's going spare once I clear it out. Yeah, once I clear it out in the bedroom, there's a bottom drawer in the bedroom going spare that's actually bigger than that, so that's perfect to put tools and stuff in. I can actually put more stuff in there, tools-wise. Because I just remembered from when Third Man used to have his ileostomy bag, all the supplies and everything we used to get for that got stored in that drawer. And there's a lot of stuff still in there that we don't need. So I can actually empty that and get them tools upstairs, and some others that I've got stashed away all over the place that I can never find. But yeah, so my aim for this weekend is to just get that section done, and then he can move in here, because he currently has his 3D printer set up on the dining table, which bothers me not at all. It really doesn't, but we need the table. The table's not functional, so yeah. And then after that, my aim is to clear this bottom shelf completely. All the stuff on this bottom shelf here, well, the first shelf up, so like everything off there, all the way around to there, clear all that. And then he's got the whole range of the desk. I will eventually clear that as well, so then he'll have all of that section and all of the desk, and then at least that first shelf there. The rest of it, the top two shelves, I will be keeping, and they will likely stay the same, although I think I will take my smiley tubs upstairs, because they do bring me a lot of joy seeing them smiling at me every day. But yeah, and they stack great, so they will probably end upstairs eventually, but for now they'll stay here. And the top shelf up there behind the teddies is all beading stuff anyway, and behind all them teddies at the front and stuff. It's all beading stuff anyway that I don't use, so it can stay up there. Same up there. Them jars will probably come upstairs because they've got paper clips and buttons and stuff in, but yeah, a lot of stuff up there is stuff that I need but I don't use very often, or like the beading stuff. I just haven't got around to doing anything with it yet. It's out of the way, but still accessible. Like I said, the books are staying. That shelving unit needs sorting, because I can get quite a fair bit of stuff on there as well, mainly material and stuff. And this side of the room will stay for now, because I need that for the moment. It's got all the paper in, and it's a really good unit. And then this corner, we've agreed, not that he disagreed anyway, but I said under no circumstances is that side of the room changing whatsoever. Them drawers up there may change after a while because it's got all my old hand stamping stuff in and what have you, but sneaky peek, that's us from, oh my god, nearly 19 years ago. No, 18 and a half years ago. November. Wow. Be 19 years this year. But anyway, yeah, this part is staying as is because it's become my Gemini station. This is where I did all my hooks, the bundles of hooks last year. I love this. We got this for Christmas off grandbaby number 3. It's awesome. It's so true. It's a rug, but we've both said we don't want to put it down as a rug because it'll get ruined. So for the moment it's just sitting on here, but we are actually looking at putting it on the wall in the living room to make it like a big giant picture type thing, poster. But for the moment it's just sitting there out the way. But yeah, so this is like the Gemini station. Also under here obviously is the kitchen worktop that I nicked off mum and dad, and of course it's waterproof and everything, so that's also great for tea dyeing on, which I did before, messy play, that sort of thing. And other than, like I said, my Gemini station, it works out really well actually, because the height of this unit means I can put the Gemini flush up against it and then just slide the boards in and out. It's great. But yeah, and also I've recently bought a few new, I can't get to them, a few new jelly plates. I already have one, and then I bought 2 more. I bought the 2 really big ones, a load of new brayers and stuff like that, some tools. That's just cheap A3 paper from B&M Bargains. And yeah, this is going to be also like a jelly printing PlayStation as well. That's all the Gemini stuff. Remember me making that box? I've got videos on that. My other dinky die cutter. Yeah, so I may take them drawers upstairs. I don't know yet. As opposed to having the house on, you know, as opposed to having that house on the desk. I may, sorry, I'm making you seasick. I may take them up and use them instead, but I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, so let me flip you back. Yeah, guys, so that's it for my Social Saturday vlog, studio vlog, in the studio, because I will no longer be filming in here. Would you like to see where I will be filming though? Stay tuned. Let's go and have a look upstairs. Just quickly before we go upstairs, look at this contraption. There we go. That's Dogman's new 3D printer. I say new because he already has one from a while back. He's just upgraded. But yeah, that's where I sit and work. Chat to you guys online. Edit all my videos and everything. And yeah, Dogman's been working on this table for the past few days. So, and then that's where he sits normally. We don't have a conventional living room like everybody else. We have more of a dining room type setup. We live at the table. The dining table is our sofa, if you will. We upgraded our dining chairs to PC chairs because it makes it comfier for us, and it just works great. Yeah, and some of you have seen the room before anyway, but there's my printer, so that's my printing station, and then we have a chair there for chilling out on. We do have a TV behind us, but we don't watch it as a TV. Well, we do actually. Now we do anyway, because we've got a media box, but that's mainly games, TV. But yeah, but that's worked. Our man's been working and it's just not working, so he's relocating into my room and let's go see upstairs. Okay guys, so we're halfway up the stairs and you will hear Taylor because of course he's located up here. Yeah, we're halfway up the stairs. Ignore the carpet, it needs hoovering. But I just wanted to show you this. This is what you see right at the top of our stairs coming up. Smile and the world smiles with you. And that is Daisy. I don't know if that's a real name, but I love it. It's a proper textural picture is that. It came from B&M Bargains when we moved in like 8 years ago. But Taylor back then fell in love with her and decided to call her Daisy. But look at this, guys. This is just an awesome work of art. Just let me put my brew down. Ugh, stick it on the bath. But yeah, look. It's awesome. It's like kind of like paper and crinkle and sparkle. It's wicked. Yeah. So cool. Love it. It's massive. But yeah, so hi guys. Hi. But yeah, so let's just go in the room. Okay guys, welcome to the bedroom, which is now my new studio. Look at that. How cool is that? So we have a sewing machine station, which basically this desk will mirror the layout, pretty much mirrors what it were downstairs. So I've got a sewing machine station, just a bit of empty space where I can put stuff that I'm working on, and then we have the desk area, which at the moment is very minimal, which it has to be because that's the window and whatever, and it's utterly miserable out there right now. It's bucketing down. But yes, so there you go guys. Here is the new workspace. Up here. This massive desk that used to be in Taylor's room, where his bed is now. It's 6 foot long. Remember when I said downstairs that range of desk is 6 foot from the edge of the desk to the window, to the wall. Well, from there to there is 6 foot. Then I have it propped up on 3 sets of drawers under there, and then I have it propped up on a little plastic container here. It's not staying like this. It's not going to be a permanent fixture, is this, because it's very bouncy. It's safe, but it's not practical. But we're doing it as a bit of a test run to see if it works for me. If it does, then Man's gonna help me build a proper desk to go there, like we did downstairs. And I were thinking of building up, because that part of the window never gets used, but I changed my mind and I'm like, no, we'll just build down. But then there, where that cushion is and that box is, we are gonna, like I've said, I want a couple of shelves up there. That part of the desk will always stay empty because I need my chair to go under there. But yeah, these drawers need emptying because they're currently full of clothes and other bits. But some beading stuff and whatever. Actually, them 2 drawers are from downstairs in the studio, so they're full of rubbish from down there. But yeah, so there you go guys. There's the new workspace. On my side of the bed. But yeah, so cool. And I still need my giant PC chair to sit on it because it's high up. This is actually 1.5 inches higher than the desk was downstairs. And then we have a massive floor to ceiling double mirrored wardrobe, which I've had forever and a day because we had this at the old house. But with that being there, it makes it really cool because when I'm sat here and I look that way, apart from seeing myself, the desk seems so much longer because it's extended through the mirror. very big optical illusion, but it's like, yeah, and especially if I sit on the bed and look, that desk looks massive because it's reflected in the mirror. So instead of it being a 6-foot desk, it looks like it's 12 foot. And this side of the wardrobe has my clothes in. That side of the wardrobe is just nothing but junk. The top 2 shelves in there aren't too bad, but then, I mean, there's nothing personal in here, I don't think. Let me just have a check. Yeah, there's nothing personal in there. So yeah, the top 2 shelves are organised. The top shelf is mainly baby stuff. And then there, downwards, is all one big open space. I just put a piece of board there to make a shelf. The idea is eventually we're going to put more shelves in there and little sections like pigeonholes, and then I can put a load of stuff from downstairs in there out of the way. So, and all that is craft related stuff as well that came out of the original craft room that Taylor's now occupying up here as his games room. But for now, like I said, this is where I shall be working. So yeah. So like I said, all the main things that I need and use. Sorry guys, I've just pushed the door too because Taylor's playing games. It's not so much Taylor that I'm worried about, it's the language of the games that he's playing that you can maybe hear. But yeah, so the main things that I use on a regular basis, I need to sort them 3 sets of drawers out. Actually 2, because that set of drawers has got clothes and stuff in it, it's got pyjamas and all sorts in, so that stuff's going to go in that set of drawers. And then them 2 closest to where I sit are going to become craft drawers and supplies. So all the stuff that I use regular and reach for all the time need to fit. I need to really narrow it down because they need to fit in them 8 drawers there. Which is not going to be an easy task because it is so tempting to just, oh well, I'll just stick a set of drawers on top of there and we'll build up. But I don't want to build up. I need to stay down. I need to minimalise. Yeah, when we do eventually build the desk properly, it won't end there. It will go straight to the wall. And then we will build under, like where them tubs are there and that big basket, they will become shelving units underneath, facing this way. As well as, like I said, going upwards with a few shelves there. But then that space will still stay empty for the chair, and then these, I'm not sure whether the drawers will stay or whether we'll get rid of the drawers and build more shelves. Down there I can always get baskets and tubs and stuff, like little canvas tubs and that sort of thing to put in there. I don't know, but I need to be really minimalistic and it's not going to be easy. You've just seen all the stuff I've got downstairs. What am I going to do with it all? Apart from then building in the wardrobe. The reason the desk needs to go straight back to the wall, which is a good few, I think it's about a foot, it needs to go that way, because while it's here, this door slides. Look at the space. There's not even, I mean, you can't even see, there's not even a 1/4 of an inch. It's like, I don't know how you do an 1/8 of an inch or something like that gap. Is literally just enough for this door to slide for me to get into this side of the wardrobe where my clothes are, which is fine, you know, that's the good thing with sliding doors. I don't need to make room for them to come out, but therein lies a problem, because with the desk being there, if I ever want to get any of these out of here, I can't because the drawers and the desk is in the way. Pardon me. So this is why this is temporary. It's not screwed in, but this comes in 2 sections. There is that piece of wood there, you know, it's just sitting on top of it, like so. We haven't screwed it in, but we could. but I put the shorter side over here so that if I do ever need to get in there whilst using this makeshift desk, if I do ever need to get in there, I can just take that board off, move them 2 drawers, and then access the stuff in there, because before we even think about building the proper desk across here, I need to empty the wardrobe and sort through that, and then we need to build the shelves in and everything. So this desk will be staying for a while, because like I said, apart from working downstairs and me working up here and that sort of thing, the first step before we build the desk is to sort the wardrobe out. Yeah, I've just shut the wardrobe doors the wrong way. I always do that. But yeah, so we need to build into the wardrobe first. Oops. And then we can work on the desk. So the desk, when it's finished properly, won't come all this way. It'll probably end here or so. I don't know. Although there's scope to extend it, because as long as I can pull tubs out of there, it doesn't matter as long as I can open the door. But yeah, so there you go, guys. Okay, 1 second. So yeah, probably not the social Saturday video you was expecting, but that's it, guys. That's about where we're up to. You already know, you've seen the videos. I have design team projects to get on with. I think, no I didn't. I'm going to say, I think I mentioned in my last video, last social Saturday, that we are getting ready to redecorate the living room, but I don't think I did. I think that was just mentioned in, casually mentioned in a video, but a crafting video. 1 second, let me get the paper. Which has actually changed now anyway. I'll pop pictures on the end actually, because I'm not going to go downstairs again to get the paper to show you. But originally, we went shopping, well I went sample shopping with Mum, and found these, which I don't think the lighting will do it justice. But yeah, so I found these, which were this beautiful wood grain one. Get rid of that one. This beautiful wood grain one, which really is beautiful. And it's got some hints, very pale hints of pink in it. Yeah, the lighting is rubbish. It's not doing it justice. More at the top end, you can see the pink anyway. But yeah, it's got very pale hints of pink in it. That was going to be our main feature wall paper. And then this is a very dusky pink colour, but it sparkles. I don't think it's going to pick it up. Let's see. Open the blinds a bit more. That's another thing about working up here now. I'm working in natural light. The main light in here is on at the moment, but sat at the desk I'll be working in front of the window again, so natural light. But yeah, it's got sparkles in it, which is awesome. And then the other day, when I went back with Mum to get the paper, they had loads of this paper, pink paper, but they didn't have enough of this paper that we need. So yeah, not happy. I could, and I probably should, have waited and gone back, like this weekend or Monday onwards. They may have got some more in. They may still get some more in. But I was in a bit of a grump for various reasons. And so I was like, just find some other paper, it'll do. So we did. We found some yellow paper. It's really pretty actually, but we found some yellow paper instead. The main feature wallpaper is still a wood grain effect, but it's got like string lights on it with little bulbs on it with like a very pale yellow hue on it, like a halo, which is really cool. And then the other the rest of the room walls, we've got some very pale grey paper with white, with yellow
pale yellow, like lemon yellow flowers on. It's beautiful paper. So the living room's now going from a dusky pink colour to a nice lemon pastel yellow colour, which is cool. But I'm a bit 50-50 at the moment because I really have my heart set on these. But also, Man's not bothered one bit what colour I do the living room, but I think also because if I had to do it over again and redecorate the studio sort of thing, these would have been the papers that I'd have chosen. So I think it were more, oh yeah, I really love them, but yeah, I think they'd look better in the studio, not in the living room. Anyway, so yeah, we're getting ready to decorate the living room. It's Saturday now, so we've got another week. We've got another week before we do that. We're going to start stripping the walls and everything next Sunday. So a week tomorrow. We're going to get that sorted, start that and focus on the living room. So for me, because I've got design team projects to do and other things to do, I needed to come up here, even if it were just for a couple of weeks, just to do the main basic stuff. Because whilst we are doing the living room, of course, oh, it's on the screen, a little black dot on the screen, I thought it were on the camera. Because we're doing the living room, everything that's in there on the walls, the pictures and everything will have to come down, which then will invariably mean that they get dumped in the studio, because that's where everything goes. Basically everything goes in there to die. That's where everything goes when it's not being used, and we'll just put that in there for later, which then... One second. Sorry guys, just had to pause and have a Taylor. But anyway, yeah, he just gets carried away with the games he's playing, so, you know, you're going to have to get used to that, guys. You'll be hearing quite a bit of that, with being at home remote schooling for a bit longer. But anyway, yeah, so like I said, everything gets dumped in the studio, and then of course I can't access anything in there properly, so I can't work, and if I can't work I can't fulfill commitments, which then ends up results in me having, again, like last year, the overwhelming sense of guilt because I committed to something and then couldn't fulfill it. It's been bad enough these last couple of days that my shoulder's been really playing up. So I've been out of action that way because, yeah, I'm holding my cup right now, but I actually struggle lifting it to even have a brew. It's not too bad today, but I don't want to jinx it. But yeah, I can get it to there and that's it. I can't move it any further without it excruciatingly hurting. So I've been pumped up on tramadol and ibuprofen, and it's not been good, but it's been funny because I've been having weird dreams and not so much hallucinations, but weird dreams and spaced out for the last 3.5, nearly 4 days. Yeah, yesterday was the one day I didn't take any because the night before I'd had a very stressful night dreaming about crocodiles under the bed. Where that came from, I do not know. I really don't know. Yeah, we had a good giggle about that on Facebook, but yeah, dreaming about crocodiles under the bed, which isn't possible with this new bed that we've got because there's built-in drawers in it. But I was dreaming about our old bed, which Taylor now has, which was a divan bed that I cut the sides of the material. I cut the sides out so I could get underneath. It was hollow. And I think the crocodile under the bed stemmed from earlier on that day. The cat had gone into he'd left his bedroom door open and the cat had gone into his room, and no, not early, the night before, sorry, not earlier on that day, the night before, the cat had gone into his room and got under the bed and got right to the back of the bed where he stores his extra bedding and fluffy blankets, and she wouldn't come out. So I'm in there with packet of biscuits like, come on, Momo, come on. Well, in my dream, this crocodile were under the bed and I'm under there. I've no idea what I had in my hand, but I'm trying to entice it out with something. I don't know what. And right just as the alarm clock went off, I'd put my hand, whatever I was shaking at it, I'd dropped. So I'd put my hand under to pick it up, and the crocodile launched forward and grabbed my hand like that, which were like, Oh, but it was weird because through none of this dream were I scared. It was just like, oh God, for God's sake, get out from under the bed, will you? What are you doing hiding under there? Which probably stemmed from the cat. But yeah, and then when the crocodile grabbed me, I could, it was so real. Its facial features and everything were so real. Its teeth and everything, and I watched it grab my hand, and I watched it with its teeth on my hand, but it didn't sink its teeth in. They didn't break the skin. Didn't even hurt. It just felt like someone had grabbed and were holding, like pressure. Like, grabbed my hand and squeezing. There were no real pain or anything, no blood or anything like that. And then the alarm clock went off and woke me up, and I'm like, oh my God. Check under bed. Can't get under bed, but open drawers. I'm like, you okay? But yeah, so very weird. Very, very, very weird. Very weird. But also, not only were I dreaming about this crocodile under the bed all night, but the whole of downstairs was also flooded. Up to about 3 or 4 steps up, the whole of downstairs were flooded, which I think has stemmed from all the rain we've been having, but all the downstairs were flooded, and there were crocodiles all over the place downstairs as well, and we were playing stepping stones, not on the heads, but I don't know what we were stepping on, but we were kind of tiptoeing through on whatever it were we were tiptoeing on, through these crocodiles in the water downstairs to go and make a brew to make Taylor's dinner. I'm like, what is going on? He'd come and he's like, we were in the bedroom and still trying to get this crocodile out from under bed, and he's like, Mom, it's dinner time. I'm like, okay, give me a minute. Right, well, you try getting it out then, I'll go and do your dinner. And I'd gone downstairs, and then I was like tiptoeing around these blooming crocodiles downstairs in this like 4 foot deep puddle of water to make his dinner, to tiptoe back to bring it up and say, right, go and eat it in your room. But I saw this crocodile out under the bed. Seriously. So yeah, yesterday, needless to say, after 3.5 days of taking the tablets, I didn't take any. And I had brilliant night's sleep last night. And honestly, I don't even know. Like I said, apart from the cat being under his bed, I don't even know what might have sparked it. Especially crocodiles. What's that about? Really, we hadn't even been watching anything at all with crocodiles in it. We've been watching Desperate Housewives for the past probably 2 months. We're literally are we on season 7 now? I think we're just coming to the end of season 7 now, so we've only like another season and a half to go, or we could have just started season 8. We've nearly finished. Like I said, we've been watching for about 2 months now, just short of, or coming up to 2 months now, 2 or 3 episodes a night, and there's a lot of episodes to watch. Nothing at all to do with crocodiles. Nothing at all to do with crocodiles. Nothing at all to do with even water in the episodes that we watched anyway. But yeah, so where that suddenly came from, I don't know, but very strange. But yeah, so it's been fun and games the last few days. I've hardly been able to string a sentence together, not to mention, obviously, not being able to move my arm, shoulder. It's annoying because it hurts here. Like there, in that joint there, where you move your arm there, it's there. The main pain is there. But then also when I lift it like that, I get pain here in this part of my arm here, like that main muscle part there. That hurts, and it depends which way I move it, which bit hurts and when. But I know how it's happened. The main injury is in the back of my shoulder, where my shoulder blade is. And actually, almost a year ago, last year, in February, was when we made the move to get Taylor upstairs and I moved downstairs into the studio. That's when we did all the big move, and that's when the injury happened. The big unit that I showed you where the like the stamping station and where the jelly plates and stuff are, I did it moving that from in the living room area where the chair was that I showed you. That was in that corner, and I dragged it. It's a very heavy unit, and I should have known better, but and I dragged it from there into the studio. I dragged it so far out, and then I get to the other side and I just pushed it with my knees, and I dragged it, and as I was dragging it, I kind of pulled my shoulder back, and I felt it in my shoulder blade. So this has been an ongoing injury for 12 months, but I can't do anything because I need physio, and whenever I phone them, it's quicker to self-refer than it is to go through your GP. And if I phone the GP, when I phone the GP, just said self-refer. In the meantime, if you need any extra pain meds or anything, I'll prescribe, which I don't. I've got some from a shoulder injury I had the year before. The meds are still in date, so I've just been taking them. But it's not a constant pain. So, you know, I'm not constantly in excruciating agony. It hurts. It's like a dull toothache most of the time, a bit like arthritis. Which I do actually have in that shoulder anyway, so sometimes it's hard to tell. But yeah, so when I ring physio, all I get off them is, oh, we're not taking on any new cases at the moment because of what's going on, ring back in 6 to 12 months. Well, thanks very much. We'll put you on the waiting list, ring back in 6 to 12 months. If there's any cancellations, we'll ring you in the meantime. Yeah, so I've been getting nowhere fast. But other than that, everything's been going okay. And I'm waffling. I know, I'm sorry guys, but you know, I'm pretty sure that's why you tune in. But yeah, so other than that, there's not really anything else going on at the moment. So apart from, again, trashing my house. But you know, got to do something to pass the time. We're still in lockdown, for crying out loud, which is supposedly due to end soon. The kids, Taylor, are predicted to go back to school on the 8th of March. So we've still got a month yet, because today's the 6th, I think it's the 6th. Yeah, 5th of the 6th, I can't remember now. My watch is dead. But yeah, so we've literally got another 4 or 5 weeks yet, another month. But that's, like I said, that's only predicted for them to go back. That depends whether they change the goalpost or not. Cases are still high in these areas, apparently, so yeah, happy days. And while all that's going on, we're still in, like, national, here in England, the whole of the UK, national lockdown anyway. So I think, what day are we? Saturday, Friday, Thursday, I think it were. It were either Wednesday or Thursday when I went to get the wallpaper from B&M with Mum, and that was the first time I'd been out properly since Christmas, since I went Christmas shopping. So yeah, anyway, I think I've pretty much covered everything, so I will love you and leave you guys, because this video, when I put it with the other ones, probably my usual hour-long rambles about nothing. But yeah, I'll love you and leave you, and in the meantime, from today onwards, because I've no pre-recorded videos anymore, because I only commit once a week now on a Wednesday, I just do them Monday or Tuesday. Taylor! One sec. Yeah. But because I've now reined back and only committing to one video a week, which is on a Wednesday, the Work in Progress Wednesday, I usually only film Monday, Tuesday. Sometimes I'll film ahead, but I usually do that Monday or Tuesday, ready for Wednesday. Other videos that come are bonus videos. Some weeks you might get them, some weeks you might not. It depends whether I've done them, what mood I'm in, whether I've had time. But you will always get Wednesday. You will always get the Work in Progress Wednesday videos. But yeah, so there we go. I shall love you and leave you now, guys, because I need to go down and sort these videos, edit these videos together and sort them out, and then get them uploaded, because it is Saturday. And then I need to move some more stuff up here, tidy up a bit more downstairs, move some more stuff up here, and then these drawers under here that I showed you, I need to empty them and junk a lot of it, because it is junk. Get rid of a lot of it, and then start bringing some more stuff up so I can be more functional when I'm working. But yeah, so, as I said, not the social Saturday you guys were probably expecting, but the social Saturdays are, apart from just a coffee and chat, are more of a roundup of the week or fortnight or month. of everything that's been going on. And as I said, everything that's been going on is what I've just shown you. So, yeah. Do you know, it's really strange how comfortable I feel sitting here chatting to you guys. I mean, apart from chatting to you guys, which I always find a lot of you say, wow, you make it look so easy. It is and it isn't. I still always feel a bit uncomfortable and unnerved doing face-to-face. But sitting here, up here, in the bedroom, I feel so much more relaxed, so much more comfortable, probably because I'm not expecting Tagman to come home any minute, or Taylor to come downstairs, or the door to go. I mean, Tagman, his home is downstairs, so the door just went. I don't know if you heard the knock. I didn't have to pause and rush to get it and come back and what have you. But yeah, but also I think because pretty much where I'm sat now is where my YouTube channel started. My YouTube channel started up here in the bedroom under the window, at a little desk under the window. So I kind of feel like I'm back home, in my natural habitat in the bedroom. I've always been a bit of a hermit like that. When I was growing up, I spent 90% of my time in my bedroom. So the bedroom to me is a safe comfort zone. But yeah, anyway, so what I'm going to do filming wise, camera setup is still a bit of a mystery because the angles are probably going to be a little bit awkward for a while until I can figure out what's what, because I'm going to have to go back to using one of my old tripods, and which is fine because I can have it here next to me and it comes over, but they kind of don't come over far enough. And I'll end up bashing it because I've got to have it right next to me, sort of thing, either that side or this side, so I will end up bashing and camera wobbling, I don't know. Man asked me last night, actually, just as we were getting into bed, he's like, what are you going to do about filming wise, how are you going to manage that? And I said, well, I've got my old tripod in corner there, from when I used to film up here before, and I had two anyway. I said, so I can just go back to using that, but it is a little bit awkward actually. I prefer filming from above, like downstairs it was clipped on the shelf, filming down as you saw. I said I prefer doing it that way, but I can't do that with these, they're not tall enough, or long enough. And he just immediately looked up at the ceiling and said, well, we'll look at getting something for you, a tripod or something, and suspending it from the ceiling. So yay. And immediately I'm like, yeah, that's a really good idea. Ideally, I want one of them like swing arm things, which is what he said as well. He said, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It'd be a lot easier, which it would, because if I could get one of them kind of big enough, I mean, I could move it up there out of the way when I'm not filming, but if I could get one big enough, I wouldn't have to keep bringing my sewing machine from there over here to use it. I could just swivel my chair over there and move the camera along as well. Maybe an option. Depends if we can get a big enough one and cheap enough one. But yeah, we will figure something out anyway. But for the time being, like I said, the camera angles may be a bit dodgy. So just bear with us, guys. We're working through it. But yeah, and get used to it, guys, because doing social Saturdays up here, you're gonna have me looking that way a lot, like I did doing Vlogmas, because the window's right there and I'm a nosy woman. So I was gonna say naughty words then, but yeah, I'm very nosy. But yeah, so anyway, also I don't think you can tell at the moment anyway, because I'm sat in front of the window. There's a lot of natural light comes from this window. It's a massive window anyway, 6 foot. Bigger than 6 foot, because this desk is 6 foot. No, yeah, 6 foot, because the desk covers the whole window space, so the window's 6 foot. But there is a lot of natural light, which is okay when I'm filming like this, but when I'm filming down, it's not good enough. So I do need the white light, which means I'm going to have to replace the main bedroom light bulb with a white light. I've got one in the studio I can fetch up and swap, but also my lamp here next to the bed is probably going to get swapped to a white light bulb in that as well. So I've got light from above and a bit of light from the side coming in, because obviously now I'm not downstairs, I don't have my strip lights, above me to focus down on. So, although I do have my old little lamp, can you see it? Yeah, you can actually. There, the old lamp, just there. Some of you guys might remember me using that before. I do have that. I gave it to Edman for when he wanted to read at night time and what have you. That's a touch lamp and it does white light, so I might be able to use that as well. For the time being, anyway, we'll see. It's like a work in progress, and yeah, it's gonna take time. But anyway, like I said, I am definitely going now because I'm starving. It is about 12:15 and I'm absolutely starving. So yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. I'm gonna go and have my dinner and sort these videos out and upload. And yeah, I'm sorry if this wasn't what you were expecting, but hopefully, possibly even next week, I don't know, or not, definitely in a fortnight's time, might have a bit more of an exciting video for you. But yeah, so big plans ahead, guys, big plans. So there you go. Anyway, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you're all well. I hope you're all staying safe, blah de blah. And yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.